Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplustudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter fractions and mixed numbers. The lessons we're going to cover today are equivalent fractions, simplify fractions, least common denominator, compare and order fractions. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is equivalent fractions. Here I'm on grade 7 math. Chapter we are on right now is fractions and mixed numbers. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, yes, you can. Let's just start with the first example, that is type the missing number that makes these fraction equal. So you have to see which number is missing. Basically, they are the equivalent fractions. So how do we find the missing number? The missing number divided by 3 equals 6 over 9, right? Our equivalent fraction, that means you have either you multiplied or divided this fraction to get this one, right? So just look at their denominators. 3 times 3 makes 9, right? That means you have to multiply the numerator by 3 also. Got it? So what times 3 is 6? 2 times 3 is 6. That means the missing number is 2. 2 by 3 equals 6 over 9. You multiplied these fraction by 3, you get this one, right? So that is 2 over 3. The missing number is 2. Let's just start with the test questions. Type the missing number that make these fractions equal. So which number is missing? That's exactly the same one we just did on the tutorial. So which number is missing? Yes, the missing number is 2 over 3. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? 2 times 3 is 6 and 3 times 3 is 9. So the missing number is 2. Okay, the next one is what fraction is equivalent to 1 over 2? So you have to find the equivalent fraction to 1 by 2. So how do we find the equivalent fraction? Basically, you need to find the equivalent fraction of 1 over 2, right? So just look at this one. Start looking at the options given. If you can reduce the given fraction to 1 by 2, that means they are equivalent. So 4 over 10, you can divide them by 2. 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 5 is 10, but that is not equivalent to 1 over 2, right? So that isn't the correct option. Just look at the 4 over 8. You can divide them by the common factor 4. So 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So you can see, right? That means 4 by 8 and 1 over 2 are equals. Got it? Either you do this way or either you do like this. Multiply them by the common number and have the equivalent. The correct option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, type the missing number that makes the fraction equal. So which number makes the fraction equal? Okay, so you have 4 over missing numbers 4 and 2. That means you divided this fraction by 4 divided by 2 is 2. So what number is 4? 8 divided by 2 is 4, right? So that means the missing one is 8. The correct option is 8. No, the correct option is 8. The missing one is 8. Okay, type the missing number that makes these fraction equal. So which is the correct option? Find the equivalent fraction to 3 by 9. So which is the correct option? That is 1 over 3 is the equivalent fraction to 3 over 9. How? You can simply divide the fraction by 3 by 3, right? So the missing fraction is 1 over 3. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is simplify fractions. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, write 3 by 10 in the lowest term. So simplifying fraction means you have to write down the fraction in the lowest term when it uses the smallest possible numerator and denominator, right? So how do we convert them into the lowest term? You have to divide the fraction by the greatest common number that can divide both numerator and denominator, right? So you do we have any number that can divide both numerator and denominator? 'No, we don't have any. So 3 by 10 is already in the lowest term, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, write 1 over 4 in the lowest number. So which is the correct option? One by 4 is already in the lowest term, right? You do not have any number that can divide both numerator and denominator, right? So that is already in the lowest. Okay, right? 3 by 6 in the lower term. So you do we have any that can divide both numerator and denominator? Yes, 3 it is. So let's just divide both numerator and denominator by 3. So that is 3, 1 over 2. So the correct option is 1 over 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 1 over 2. Okay, right. 5 over 9 in lowest term. So which is the correct option? Yes, the 5 over 9 is already in the lowest form, right? The correct option is 5 over 9. Write 6 by 8 in the lowest term. So which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 3 over 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. 3 by 4 is the correct option. Write 4 by 6 in the lowest term. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is very good. That is 2 over 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Write 6 by 9 in the lowest term. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is again 2 over 3. The correct option is 2 by 3. Okay, write 2 by 6 in lowest term. So, which is the correct option? Option. Very good. Okay, write 2 by 4 in lowest term, which is the correct option. The correct option is 1 over 2 is the correct option, right? Write 3 by 9 in lowest term. So, which is the correct option? Very good. That is 1 over 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is write 6 by 10 in lowest term, which is the correct option. Very good. That is 3 over 5 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is least common denominator. Let's just start with the lesson. So the common denominator is very important lesson. Okay, let's just start with the first lesson, the first example. That is one. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 2 and 9 over 10? So that is least common denominator. You need to count the denominators, right? So denominator for both the fractions are 2 and 10, right? You need to find the least common denominator. So when we have to find the least common denominator, we write terms of both the denominators, right? For example, you have the denominators are 2 and 10, right? So write down the and the prime factors for 10. So when you write down the prime factors for 2, they are 2 times 1, right? And for the 10, they are 2 times 5. So the only denominator that is common is 2, right? And the one that is not common is 5. So you have the fractions, the factors are 2 times 5 and 2 times 5 is 10. That one denominator of 1 by 2 and 9 by 10 is 10. Got it? So the least common denominator of 2 and 10 is 10. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the least common denominator of 7 over 8 and 11 over 12? So you need to write down the prime factors of both the denominators. So let's just write down the prime factors of 8 and then 12, right? So the prime factors of 8 are 2 times 2, right? And the prime are 2 times 2 times 3, right? You have the common denominators. These are the common 2 times 2 and 2 times 2. They are the common denominator. And the other factors are 2 and 3. You have to write the ones that are common only once. 2 times 2 and 2 times 3, they are same. So I have written only once. So this 2 and this 3 are the one that is not common. So just multiply them. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, and 12 times 2 is 24. So the least common denominator for 7 over 8 and 11 over 12 is 24. If you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. The correct option is 24, right? Okay, let's just move on to next one. 24 is the correct option. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 1 over 2 and 9 over 10? So you have to write down the least common denominator. So you have to write down that's the one we just did on the tutorial. So you have to write down the prime factors for 2. They are 2 times 1. And the prime factors of 10, they are 2 times 5. So this is the common denominator and this is the one that is not common. So 2 times 5 is 10. That is common denominator for 1, 2 and 9 by 10. 10. The correct option is 10. Very good. What is the least common denominator of 5 by 6 and 7 over 8? Which is the correct option? Okay, let's just write down the prime factors of 6 that are 2 times 3. So 2 times is the common factor. The other one are 2 times 3. That is 20, 24. Yes, that is 24. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 3 and 5 by 6? Which is the correct option? Very good. 6 is the correct option. The correct option is 6. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 6 and 1 by 12? So, which is the correct option? Yes, the least common denominator is 12. The correct option is 12. What is the least common denominator of 3 by 4 and 7 over 12? The correct option is yes, again, that is 12. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 3 by 8 and 1 by 2? Yes, that is 8. The correct option is 8. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 2 and 5 by 6? Yes, 6 it is. The correct option is 6. Okay, what is the least common denominator of 2 by 9 and 1 by 3? Very good. 9 it is. The correct option is 9. What is the least common denominator of 2 by 3 and 1 by 2? 12 it is. The correct option is 12. Okay, the next one is, what is the least common denominator of 5 by 9 and 1 by 6? The correct option is 18 it is. The correct option is 18. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Hello. Okay. What is the least common denominator of 1 by 4 and 1? Yes, 4 it is. The correct option is what is the least common 7 over 8 and 1 by 4? So, which is the correct option? 8 it is. The correct option is 8. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 7 math. The lessons covered today are equivalent fractions, simplified fractions, and least common denominator. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session, everyone.